Kristen Santos-Griswold. Your screen says Kristen Santos, but I only know you as Santos-Griswold or KSG for short.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I have not updated my Zoom here.
It's a pleasure to interview you, to meet you. Really, I wrote a story about you a year ago, right after you had won the Crystal Globe as the best all-around female skater in the world and 5 medals at the World Championships. I want to start by just thanking our sponsor, your sponsor, one of your Olympic sponsors. I don't know what Olympic athletes would do without Olympic sponsors. I want to thank Nulo and their Fuel Incredible campaign, which is designed to highlight the bond between athletes and their pets, illustrating that success is not measured in medals and titles, but in the shared journey of wellness and mutual support. Through its partnership with world-class athletes, Nulo is shining a light on the importance of high-quality nutrition, not just for performance, but also for pets who are with them every step of the way. I want to talk with you with that. Thank you, Nulo, and your support of Kristen, but also Bear and Coda. Talk about your partnership with Nulo and how it ties into Milan-Cortina and your preparation, and how your dogs support you in the journey, and Nulo's with all of you.
Yeah, honestly, this partnership has been so great with their Fuel Incredible campaign. Both of my dogs are really pivotal, honestly, in my career as a skater. I think it's so easy to get wrapped up in the sport and, have a hard day at practice or a good day at practice, really anything, and come home and be so hyper focused on your sport. But being able to come home and walk into the door after a hard day or a busy day or this or that to like these dogs that are jumping up on me, so excited to see me, it really helps me reset each time. I think it's something that is so important to know that, like in sport, no matter what happens, the people who love you and the people who matter are going to be there no matter what. And I think our dogs are the perfect example of that. Um, Truly, like, even little things in training, like when we have stuff that's not on the ice, but, go for a run on your own, go do this on your own, like, go for a hike, just stuff to kind of get outside. I love including my dogs in it, and it kind of, changes it from feeling like I'm training to feeling like I'm doing something fun with my dogs. And it's like a total different mind game right there. Um, and yeah, just the ability to like know that I'm prepping myself right for the Olympics, but also prepping them right for their whole life is something that's really important to me. Bear is our old man. He's 13 and a half years old, which is an incredible age for a husky, and he has not slowed down at all. It's so impressive to see, and I think that that's something, especially with him, he's always been a really picky eater, and finding food that like gets him fueled up, honestly, fuel incredible. Um, it's been really special to see. It's like since he started eating Nulo, he's kind of like a little kid again. He gets like, he's pitter-pattering for toys and jumping around and playing with other dogs, which sometimes he could be a little grumpy old man. So it's really nice when we get to see that. And then Coda is someone who he is on a very complicated diet. He's allergic to chicken. He's currently on a soft food diet. And those two things, especially finding food that doesn't have chicken in it for a dog, can be really challenging. Um, but Nulo has this whole freestyle line, which has these chicken-free products. And then beyond that, finding soft food too. Um, I love that I can still give him variety in his meals. So he gets like the gently cooked food, some canned food. We add bone broth to his kibble to make it soft, and like he still has so many options, and I love that because that's something like I know when I'm fueling myself too, that you want variety in your life. Like food is fun, and I like that it can be fun for them too.
So Nulo's been very good on many levels for your dogs, and all I can say is their coats are beautiful too, which is usually a sign that they're eating great food, and they're happy to see you every day, no matter what. As you said, I think I read someplace, dogs are usually happy no matter what at the end of the day. I also got a kick out of reading about your dogs don't go with you on on your trips, but they do when you open your suitcase and they've
Oh
shed all
yeah.
over your clothes.
Yes, yes, they are with me all the time. It is so funny. Yeah, there's never a moment where I don't have dog hair on me. Doesn't matter how long I'm away from them or how far. Like I think that I take it all out of the dryer, like pack it right away, bring a lint roller, think that we're gonna be good to go and I'm not gonna have any, and for sure I'll still find some.
Well, it's great to hear about your partnership with Nulo, both for you and the dogs. And I appreciate them again making this interview possible. I'm going to write a story about you as a follow-up for Forbes. And then this interview will be uploaded on my Olympic channel, Ourlympics, and we'll do some fun social media stuff here, which we do with every interview. But transitioning to Milan-Cortina and skating and all that stuff. I'm doing this from Los Angeles. That's where I'm from. You know who else is in Los Angeles from your world?
In my world, Apollono?
Wilma Boomstra.
Oh, she's in Netherlands now, I think, or
Oh,
Kazakhstan.
she might, but she's been in LA training skaters forever, and I just thought that was so funny. She per your own comments was a big part of inspiration for you as a little girl, seeing her on the Disney Channel speed skating. And then years later, she's your coach for pre-Beijing. What a
Yeah.
small world. What are the
No,
chances?
no, honestly, it's pretty crazy. I feel like that's something that, especially with short track, but I think a lot of Olympic sports, is like how close-knit the community is. And I think that that's something that's so special about it is how much you get to like know everyone, and people that you would have never crossed paths with in a million years, or probably like, even like people that like you wouldn't have necessarily been friends with or this or that. Like you get this really special bond with everyone.
Well, it was funny to hear of all places that she's training athletes here in sunny Southern California. I think it's about 65 degrees and clear and beautiful this morning. But thinking again about Milan Cortina and the upcoming games, um, you had some injuries last year. You had a shattered clavicle. You had a back injury. Corinne Stoddard edged you in the 1,000 meters, but you are feeling good right now in terms of rhythms and kind of timing this whole thing because it is a lot about getting your body to line up with these big events like the Olympics. And I am just hoping that you get a chance to do your best and that you're not affected by somebody else like 22 with Fontana and the foul and all that. Are you feeling good right now?
Yeah, yeah, I think that that's something that this year has definitely been like a slower build for me, especially with having back injuries, breaking my clavicle, all of that. Um, it took me a bit of time when we got back onto the ice. It was like straight into race season. I kind of lost that opportunity at the moment to get feel for the ice. And that's been something that I feel like in the past 2 months I've really been able to figure out and get that back. And I'm feeling more like myself on the ice every day and really feeling very strong right now. And I'm really excited because I do feel like while the beginning of the season and summer training wasn't my ideal summer of training, I feel like we handled it so well and figured out how I'm going to peak at the right time. And I think that's what it all came down to this whole year for me was really like keeping my mind set for February and not trying to force anything to happen too quickly or too soon. And I think that that was something honestly that mentally was really challenging to handle was like I feel like I've always been someone who's been pretty consistent and kind of having to be like, okay, I need to take a step back in order to be at my top in February, um, was mentally challenging for sure to like not feel like I'm 100% every single day, and feel like I'm not proving myself every day and all of that. But I definitely think that we made the right decision with that. And I think that that's something that, going back to my dogs too, helped me a lot with is like I said, things can be really mentally challenging with that. And just having that resource to come home, reset, and, you know, know that everything's going to be okay at the end of the day was really helpful.
Yeah, that's those are wise words in terms of kind of trusting your coach and your training and the process of recovering when you want to fix it all right away and the spotlight's coming and the Olympics are the biggest spotlight and my hope is that you can enjoy the ride, that you can win. I'm really pulling for you to get gold there in the 500 or I'll take any of those individual events. How many events will you do at this point in Milan-Cortina? Relays and individual?
Yeah, so I'll be in 5 events total, which is as many as you can be in. So the 500 meter, 1,000 meter, 1,500 meter, the women's 3,000 meter relay, and then the mixed team relay.
Boy, you're going to go for it all, Kristen.
Yeah, yeah.
Why
So we'll
not?
be racing like every other day, I think, of the game's about. So it'll be eventful.
Well, last question, real quick, pulling back the camera. One of the things I loved about your story a year ago was unlike most athletes who drop out of college or whatever to train full time, you slowed things down. You decided to live life and do other things and still keep training. You went to University of Utah. And I know one good thing came out of slowing down and doing that, being a college student, was you met Travis. But
Hmm.
can you just share one or two things, then I'll let you go? I know you've got a full schedule.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that something that was really important to me was throughout my career as a skater, I didn't want to lose the future as well. So many athletes I've seen leave their sport and then kind of be like, now what? And I didn't want to feel that way. And I felt like on top of it, when I do have a hard day at training or something, it's nice to feel like I'm doing other things as well with my life. So like I'm in grad school right now at the U for physical therapy, and that has been really something that I'm like so proud of myself for. And then yeah, having my ability to be a college kid for a moment, meet friends, meet my husband, like I was so lucky to have all that. And now when I show up to training every day, it's like I know that I'm doing it because I want to be there. Like I experienced everything else. I don't feel like I missed out on opportunities or this or that. And, I don't feel like I'm risking it all or giving up other things. Like I'm doing it all. And I think that's something that is really special is that I show up every day and I can give it my all because like I know what I want.
No regrets. So, with that, I wish you the very best, and I will be cheering for you along with millions of other Americans. You are an inspiration to me on many levels, and I wish you the very best of success in Milano Cortina, and that you enjoy the ride.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.